You know what? Kings Out doesn't seem, or should I say KI, don't seem to care about their player base anymore because it's it's be, they don't care about their player base anymore. Because every time players request something new be added to the game or something be taken away from the game, or something like that, they don't seem to listen. All they care about is this making things worse for making things worse for the players and making things better for them. Um, I'll give you a perfect example. PvP. Um, they have somehow they got PvP. Um, they got PvP. They in other words yeah they mess PvP up because people are not PvPing anymore. People are not doing ranked PvP anymore. They're not doing PvP tournaments anymore because because it this they have nothing. In other words, they don't have the PvP rewards like 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 last time. That's one of KI's issues. They seem to delight in making other players miserable by taking away certain PvP rewards. In other words, they have removed certain PvP rewards and put put the one put new ones in. In other words, they put the ones that you have to craft in. Another issue is the stitching. And yes, you heard right, the stitching. Um, the stitching is still costing crowns. Um, they haven't fixed that issue. They haven't fixed that issue. And every time KI fixes something, they don't they don't they don't they don't uh they don't they don't add they they it's like they don't add or take away take away something. In other words, they don't I mean they still keep things the same. How answer me this, Ki? How are you gonna draw? How are you gonna draw new players to your game if you keep if you keep things the same? Um, and if you keep taking away stuff, you're not gonna draw any new players to your game if you keep things the same, and if you keep and if you keep take taking away stuff, you're more like you're gonna you're more like you're. Let me, I'll put you this way: you're more likely to lose players than you're more likely to lose players than draw players to your game. That's what I meant. You're more likely to lose more players than draw players to your game because I understand from what I understand is a lot of people have already quit playing your game because of the changes y'all have made to the game, and, y'all expect people to like what the y'all expect people to like what y'all have done to the game. This is why a lot of people have quit playing your game because y'all have got PvP effed up. And yes, you heard right, they got PvP effed up. In other words, they've made PvP pointless and meaningless. Um, and they've also been known to punish players for stuff that other players have done. And yes, you heard right. They've been known to punish innocent players for stuff that other players have done. or should I say, um, or should I say, other players have been known to provoke other players into saying or doing bad things. And yes, you heard right. Other players have been known. I mean, have been known to provoke other players. In other words, they tend to provoke other players into saying or saying or doing bad things. Um, and I don't know what their what their issues with other players is. I don't know what their issues with their issue with other players is, but um, like I said in the previous video, um, it's no fun being muted. It's no fun not having text. It's not fun having text chat. It's not fun um not having to do PvP because of the sanctions. And yes, you heard right. It's because of the sanctions that muted people cannot do PvP. They can't do pet derby. All they can do is quest, fishing, um, pet training, and use menu chat. And yes, you heard right. I said menu. Yes, you heard right. I said menu chat. That's about all they can do is use menu chat, um, do pet training, um, fishing, gardening, and well, and yeah, and questing. That's about it. I know some they I don't know what it's it's like I was trying to say. They don't care about their player base anymore. They seem to delight in doing what's best for them, and not best for the players. Um, um, I put it to you like that. They seem to do what's best for them, and not what's best for the players. In other words, they could care less about the other players and more about themselves. In other words, they're kind of being. In other words, that's just kind of being selfish. So it's like it's like other players are getting punished for something that other people are doing, and they've made PvP bad. And yes, you heard right. They've kind of made PvP bad because there are no more PvP rewards for doing tournaments, um, eh, or for doing ranked PvP for that matter. And they've taken the PvP rewards that Diego had. They took them out, and as soon as they took them out, they took them out. Some players, including myself, were angry, and rightfully so. Um, most players have every right most players have every right to quit Wizard 101 because of KI and their issues with 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 players and such and such. But yeah, these are these were the issues. These were chaos issues that needed to be addressed.